Hello everyone, me, Metalman here today. How's it going? How are you guys and gals? So, yeppers, I'm here to bring you my first video back since the welcome video, nearly a week ago, and I'm here to bring you my CD collection in this video. It's more like an update of my CD collection, showing the whole collection, including many new CDs I've bought to the collection since I've done the last CD collection video it was November 2013, I remember clearly, but on that video I took a bit long to, on that video I had a bit, which I didn't realise actually, because on that video I just recorded and when I did explain all my CDs, like, a bit longer than I wanted to originally, so, yep. Well, I know what, got it down here, waiting in a few piles, just waiting for you guys to be shown at some yeppers, and also, I'm also looking maybe, possibly, to add a lot more new CDs on the wanted list. You know what, I've certainly got a few new albums added here, but there is a lot more which I'm after, and I may tell you guys that in another video, so yep. It's a few of the CDs to possibly make it, like, diverse a bit, Well, and all this collection here is mainly, like, rock/heavy metal albums from, I think, like, maybe around, from the, I think maybe, most of these CDs were released in between, the albums, when they came out originally, were released from the early 70s, to the, like, about today actually, onwards. So, yep, enjoy this video. Yep. So, well, you know what, yep, I'm gonna show the collection now, and most of I'm not gonna show these in any particular order, but I've got most of them down here grouped in, like, order of bands, which, actually, so, yep. So, yep, and also, plenty new albums to come, so, yep, enjoy the video. So, to start with, we've got a bit of AC/DC right here. Let There Be Rock, right here. Excellent Bon Scott album, right there. Got a classic AC/DC album, their breakthrough album, Highway to Hell, released in 1979, quite excellent, but unfortunately the last with Bon Scott, yeah, and a back photo as well of the band and everything, so yeah, on there. I am looking to get a few more AC/DC albums possibly there. I've got a couple on the wanted list actually, and a couple of AC/DC back catalogue albums, but from mainly the band's mid-80s period. Flick of the switch, right there, very nice, but a very nice cover actually. We've got a nice cover of he's pulling down a big giant switch on there, and yeah, we've got more AC/DC right here. Blow Up Your Video, what a great cover that is on there, don't you think? Over here now we've got Kiss, Double Platinum, their very first compilation album, actually showing all their greatest hits between their very first album, released in February 1974, up until midway through 1978, April 1978, which is when this came out. And yep, all with the classic lineup as well. Some Banana Bonza. What else have we got here? We've got a bit of Def Leppard. Got a Def Leppard compilation album right here, best of, showing some of their greatest hits, in the 80s and also early 90s as well. There is also one on here from. Wait a minute. I did see a version of this album with a few more tracks at one point, so I could just say, wait a minute, and also hit from the mid-90s as well, when an earlier compilation album came out. I forgot. Vault. That was it. Yep. And we've got a bit of classic Def Leppard here. Pyromania. Excellent album. Look at that cover. One of the greatest metal albums of the 80s, and also, well, I could say as well, the forefront of the glam and pop metal movement of the 80s. Brilliant. We're continuing on the new Wobben theme. Well, in a way, we have Judas Priest, their second album right here, Sad Winds of Destiny. Excellent early album. Look at that cover on there. Yep. Masterpiece cover on there. And yep. Before they signed to a major label, they were with a label, I believe it was called Gull Records, but then they signed to a major label, CBS, in '77. Like, you know, friends and people of the band persuaded them to, actually, because they weren't getting paid enough cash and bonza and money from Gull Records, because they were in a bit of a financial thing. So yeah, and they gave her a real shot in the arm afterwards. So yeah, Sin After Sin, Judas Priest on here. Great cover again, and Sons, fantastic. Look at that on there. Yep, brilliant. Got a lot of classic Judas Priest albums on here. We've got Stained Class 1978 on there. First with the Judas Priest logo, the classic one, I believe. Yeah. I've got Killing Machine right there. It was released over on the other side as Hellbent for Leather. They didn't. I think it was something to do with the title actually over there, which, you know, didn't like about it, obviously. Got British Steel on here. This is a 30th anniversary special edition re-release on here. I mean, because there's not a hand on the holding the razor blade. It's a lot of blood around it instead. So this would have there's a DVD in here as well of a concert where they played I'll start this again, where they played the whole album all the way through, actually. Yep, from Florida it was recorded in, so quickly show you the set list on there. Yep, excellent. Got another classic Priest album, Point of Entry, right there. This is probably one of the best Priest albums. Actually, I think this is one of my probably my favourite Priest album, or second favourite. I think British Steel could be my first favourite. Screaming for Vengeance, actually great. Look at these covers, they're fantastic, aren't they? Fantastic artwork and everything. Yeah, containing one of a few of their biggest hits. Helion, Electric Eye, Riding on the Wind, Bloodstone, Got Another Thing Coming, and the various songs, etc. You know, and everything. Yep, got great album covers on here, these. Actually, we're on another Priest album 2 years later, 1984, Defenders of the Faith. Yep, great album covers again, and 1986, Turbo. So, yep. That's a great album. Got David Lee Roth right here, Eat 'em and Smile, his debut solo album. Right here. And now, on here we've got Black Sabbath. This is the whole Ozzy Osbourne era when he was in the band, and before he got fired in '79 and Ronnie James Dio took over, obviously. This is Black Sabbath debut album. Yep, great covers again. Yep. Got Paranoid, one of their best-selling albums, with the War Pigs on the front. Yep. Containing Paranoid, Iron Man, and containing the all-time heavy metal classics, War Pigs, Paranoid, and also your many other favourites, Iron Man, Rat Salad, Electric Funeral, Fairies Wear Boots, everything fantastic. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, another great album from the band, containing Another classic, Children of the Grave, actually. I've seen this cover, which was made on there. It's some like 60s, 70s style writing to the covers. Yep. Got Sabbath Volume 4 right here. Yeah. Another great one. I still need to listen to a few of these though, actually, to tell you the truth. Got Sabbath Bloody Sabbath on here. Yep. On here. And Sabotage. On the Sabotage. Right here. Great. Another great album. These are all these great classic album covers on here, actually. To tell you the truth. Got Technical Ecstasy from there. It's when Sabbath were going more. I think they went a more from their hard rock period in the mid to late 70s, actually, when they were trying to experiment with lyrics other than experiment with lyrics other than, you know, the usual heavy metal themes usually. This is the last one with Ozzy Osbourne on vocals until the new one came out, 13. This is Never Say Die on here, or Alright album, you know. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna... Ooh. The pile nearly fell over onto my foot for a moment. I think this is one of my favourite, one of the best Sabbath albums of all time, actually. 13. Tremendous album on here. And I've also got a show from that tour on a concert video on DVD right on the shelf, where they were live in Australia. I forgot. Live Gathered in the Masses, that's what it was called. Yes. What else we've got here? We've got classic Van Halen. Women and Children First. Yep. Excellent album. We've got Whitesnake, a bit of Whitesnake. Slide it in. This is another anniversary edition. The original cover. Yep. Right in there. This is anniversary edition, right here, 2 discs. So that means that I could be talking way longer than I wanted to. I don't know. I'll just have to see how long the video is. This is the original cover, which appeared on the album originally when it came out in 1984. Excellent and great album for Whitesnake. Classic album for Whitesnake on here, and probably my favourite Whitesnake album. Whitesnake. Well, it was released over here as 1987 here, and then it came out in a few other areas just as simply as Whitesnake. Bit of classic Rainbow here from the Ronnie James Dio period, right here. Classic metal albums for you here. Rainbow, Rising. Tremendous all-time classic, actually. This is it's one of the best. I could say it's one of the best albums ever in the history of rock and popular music. In my mind, and certainly one of the best albums in rock, actually. And another great follow-up, Long Live Rock and Roll, Rainbow. Look at this cover. Look at this fantastic album, actually. Right there. Great album. What other piles we've got now? Up here we've got Iron Maiden. I've got about seven on here. On this pile, one of them's not really actually mine. Actually, I've got a live album on the wanted list. We've got Iron Maiden debut album. Great cover, but this is the reissue. So I mean, the original cover on the vinyl and probably other reissues were all done in and drawn by Derek Riggs. This looks like more of a 3D drawing, computer graphic reissue of the album cover. So yeah, still great album. It's another classic of metal. Actually, we've got more from their catalogue. We've got Killers right here. Last with Paul Di'Anno, and first with Adrian Smith. The stitching and the texture of Iron Maiden. Probably my favourite Iron Maiden album. Number at the Beast, probably one, yeah. and an all-time classic right here with Bruce Dickinson on vocals, and also with the band members Steve Harris, Dave Murray, Adrian Smith, and the last with Clive Burr on drums, actually. One of the best band members in the band, actually, and at the time, and Nickel McBrain came on afterwards. We've got another classic main album here, Peace of Mind, right here. I don't know how this one got inside the pile. I think it must have been. I don't know how this one got in here, but Power Slave, excellent album, right here. And Sunday the 5th, 2 days ago, was the 30th anniversary of the last day of the Power Slave tour. In case if you didn't know that. We've got Iron Maiden, we've got more of their back catalogue from the 80s, we've got Somewhere in Time. Very great album covers, I must say. With Eddie on there, On that one is a Cyborg, and we've got Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Brilliant. Brilliant. And a bit of Blaze Bayley Iron Maiden, the X Factor on here. There is another album cover of it right here, which was used in some territories because the original one on here had Eddie being operated on a bit, mutilated if you like, I don't know. Yep. Got a bit of Motorhead, got a bit of their back catalogue. I've got a bit of the other scattered in the other pile too as well. Got Motorhead, all time great here. And with the fan face on there, Snaggletooth, right there. Brilliant. Probably considered the best Motorhead album. Got here, Ace of Spades, right here. And also, we've got classic Motorhead live album, No Sleep Till Hammersmith. Hammersmith deluxe edition right here. So it'll have an extra live disc in here. Yep, 2 disc set in here. Always excellent. Do you know? And I must say, Lemmy's got one of the greatest voices in rock music ever. Actually, we've got a bit more of Motorhead's back catalogue here. Iron Fist, the last with the classic lineup on there. What else have we got here? We've got a bit of Megadeth, classic thrash metal here. Megadeth, Peace Sells, but who's buying, with the mascot Vic Rattlehead on the front. Got another Megadeth album, So Far So Good So What, right here. And here we've got another one, Cryptic Writings, on here. It was the last one released with the classic lineup of Megadeth. We've got more classic thrash metal here. We've got Metallica, Ride the Lightning on here. Brilliant album. And Justice for All on here, the first with Jason Newsted on bass. And we've got, like, you could say it was partly a double album because they were recorded around the same time, but the latter was also it was recorded later as well. We've got Load right here, and and Reload as well. Excellent albums. These piles are gonna fall over, I just know it. Got more classic fresh, got Anthrax, I'm on the living. You caught it in a mush. Got Pantera, we've got two of their classic albums. We've got Cowboys from Hell right here. And a bit of their another classic album of theirs, Vulgar Display of Power. The cover came from a 1972-73 movie, I think it was, right there. So, yeah, really tremendous. got a bit of classic Ozzy Osbourne here. The Wizard of Oz. Brilliant. 1 minute. I just thought I felt something there for a moment. We got here Ozzy Osbourne, No Rest for the Wicked. I saw on there also a video of Miracle Man where Ozzy Osbourne's got a mask and goes, "Please forgive me for I have sinned against you, my lord," and then he does the video afterwards. We've got another excellent band from New Wobbum Movement. We've got Saxon debut album with Viking on the front. He looked a bit nutty on the front, to tell you the truth. We've got classic Saxon here, Wheels of Steel. Great metal album. And yeah, look here, we've got more Saxon. Strun Armoured the Law, right here. I could say those two and this one is like a trilogy of classic albums, if you want to put it that way. Denim and Leather, all here, containing the your excellent metal anthem of the time. I've lost the case for this one, but I've got this in the instruction book and the disc what the eagle has landed, and also also in look here, another great thing in there, right there, fantastic. There was also a cover in the vinyl edition of Strong Arm of the Law as well. Got Power and the Glory right here. And 1984 album Crusader with the pretty obvious title track.